Hey, it's Chris Loud, just doing a quick abstract 15-minute warm-up painting. This one is loosely based on a cairn or a stack of rocks. I saw when I was out walking the other day. This is a cairn here. It's not the actual cairn, but just so you have an idea of what I'm working on or what was in my mind when I started painting this. Obviously, didn't want to do too many rocks or shapes like that in this because I only had 15 minutes. So. Had to kind of limit what I was doing. Right now I'm just getting a background down of cadmium orange, which I will cover up a little bit with some white at the end, but I wanted to have this orange peek through because the colors I'm using on the circular figures themselves are mostly blues, so I wanted to have that complementary color kind of peeking through. I had quite a bit of paint left over on my palette from a couple of paintings I'd been working on, so I just thought this was a great time to try and work that paint off my palette. It was kind of a unique mix of colors, but I just thought it's a good time to kind of play around with it, see if I can make it work. So on these circular shapes, I'm using cobalt blue, Prussian blue, light violet, green gold, phthalo yellow green, cadmium orange obviously for the background, a little bit of alizarin crimson, and titanium white. And started the drawing off with a black water-soluble crayon, which I'll bring back a few times. And I had so many different tools next to me at the time, I kind of really just grabbed things and started using I know I used a China marker at one point, a fine tip applicator, and a blending brush, a silicone paintbrush. I was just, whatever was there, I was grabbing it and using it and playing with it. And that's kind of the point of these 15-minute warm-ups, is loosen up and experiment and just play. So this was a fun one to do, and you don't need all these colors, you don't need all these tools to do this. That's the great thing. You really just need a couple of colors, and you can work this kind of painting with very limited amount of tools and colors. So there I'm just going back over the outlines with the black water soluble crayon. Now I'll bring a brush in and kind of try and spread some of that black around the border. And here I'm getting some of that white down using a mini roller and a silicone paintbrush to get it on. And as you can see, I'm not putting the white on real thick. I want it, like I said, I want to make sure that some of that orange is peeking through. And if you haven't played with these silicone paintbrushes, they're a lot of fun. I still play with them on my warm-ups and just regular paintings for the day. But it's these warm-ups are messy, and you can really just have a lot of fun. Make some new marks, try some new colors and different tools, and I've used them lately a lot to work with some of the new tools that I've gotten, that mini roller and silicone paintbrush and fine tip applicator, which I'll bring in here with some white and black. And really just trying to work with some little bit of values and getting some darks down and some mid-tones, and then at the end I'll get a little bit of highlights, and that's where the phthalo yellow green will come in. And the fine tip applicator that'll be coming up here shortly, I had a couple people recommend some ways of using that, and Thomas recommended mixing the acrylic paint with an airbrush medium, and I did that with the white, and it works really well. So just a great suggestion from Thomas in the comments. And Tracy also recommended a high flow medium. So I'd been using water and acrylic paint, and that works fine. So if that's what you've got, use that. You just need to have the right mix. So you have to play with a little bit to get that mix. Here I just sprayed a little bit of water on these circular figures just to get some droplets. You can't see them real well. You'll be able to see them a little better in the final painting. And then again, just trying to get some of that complementary color, a little cad orange and alizarin crimson on that one rock. And here I'm using the fine tip applicator with the white and the airbrush medium. I'll put a list of what I used on this one in the description, so if you wanted to see that, it'll be there. But again, you know, use what you have. It's very easy to do with this. And here I'm getting those highlights with some of that phthalo yellow green, which is just a fun color to use. It's very, very bright. It's a great color to mix with other colors as well. And here's the final painting. I'll show you in different orientations what that looks like as well. So if you like this, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you do these palette cleansers, so to speak, where you're getting rid of all the paint on your palette and how you do it. So keep on painting, and thanks for watching.